nation, where our intelligence sources have gathered that the chairman is being tortured by the broadcast administration only because we have identified that the administration of Joseph Boyka is using the vice president of student affairs to intimidate student leaders on the university campus with suspension or blocking in their RD. We also wish to inform Liberians alike that today, on a very normal day, where students converge at the university to get quality education, the government of Joseph Boyka, under the leadership of the anger-wearing RD of police, invaded the university campus, caused multiple casualties. As we speak, we have over 25,000 students that were brutalized, wounded, and they are under critical conditions. Some are in hospitals around the country. We want to urge Liberians that the chaotic republic that was promised yesterday by the Unity Party has been birthed. Today is the beginning of that chaos that was promised yesterday by the UP Alliance, that they were prepared to go for anybody that remains critical on the broadcast administration. We want to give the government of Liberia an ultimatum of 72 hours to provide a living ballot of the chairman of the Student Unification Party, or else.
Sets the basis for the work that you are supposed to do for your constituency, for your county, or for the nation. Where we are now, I never expected that we'll get to this point. That the number one citizen in the republic who vowed to respect all laws has decided to play politics with a constitutional mandate. The truth is, this constitutional mandate is not a debatable mandate. President Boyka, you must follow the mandate from the Supreme Court. The difference, there is a very clear difference here. Either as a nation we agree to follow a path of chaos, because once you do not go by the rule of law, then you are calling for chaos. We either do chaos or we do calm, where our country is able to move forward, where the hopes and aspirations of our people will be met, where the dignity that carries the name Liberia.
So he doesn't do better than his roots.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his roots. So he doesn't do better than his roots.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his roots. So he doesn't do better than his roots.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his roots. So he doesn't do better than his roots.
I think he will do better.
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the
And so, folks, welcome to Cool TV. My name is Daniel Teofilosco. The president is about to address the nation. Stay tuned. Be with us. President Joseph Boyka to address the nation very, very shortly.
nations of the world will no longer be looked at as a pariah. This is the choice we have today. And that particular choice is led by the President of the Republic of Liberia. He can decide whether he wants a calm country so that he can fulfill the rescue agenda, which I believe is just a story, as I've been saying. Or you can open a Pandora's box that will lead us to a place where we don't want to be. I'd like to call on the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Nima Boykai, the members of the Unity Party, and the members of the Liberian Senate and the House of Representatives to abide by the Supreme Court ruling. The reason why the onus is on the President is because the first branch of government is the implementer of all laws. The Supreme Court has spoken. What they have spoken is law and is a mandate. We look forward to its implementation, to its
23, 2025, the Supreme Court of Liberia, our nation's highest arbiter of justice, delivered its ruling on the Bill of Information relating to the ongoing impasse in the House of Representatives. As President of this Republic, I acknowledge the ruling of the Supreme Court. However, we must all note that the House of Representatives' problem remains unresolved. Accordingly, my government has already initiated broad consultations with the relevant national stakeholders to determine the most appropriate and constitutionally sound path forward. We have actively involved our traditional and other national leaders in addressing the matter. In doing so, we remain fully committed to preserving the sanctity of our democracy, the principle of three separate or coordinate branches of government. Fellow Liberians, our Constitution and the Supreme Court have defined what constitutes a quorum for the conduct of business in the legislature. We intend to vigorously uphold this vital principle of our constitutional democracy. We will continue to work with a quorum that will ensure the full functioning of our government. Over the past months, we have watched with growing concern as the division in the House of Representatives remains unresolved, undermining public confidence in our most vital democratic institutions. Tragically, we have also witnessed the torching of the Capitol building, a national symbol of democracy, by arsonists intent on sowing chaos and discord. Today, we received report of acts of vandalism intended to desecrate the dignity of our public institutions and buildings. The police are investigating. Let me be clear, under our leadership, the government of Liberia would not be held by narrow interests or acts of lawlessness. The dignity of our governance will continue, and nothing will distract.
There will be a catastrophic pneumonia in the Republic of Liberia to arrest the chairman of the Student Unification Party, only because the government feel intimidated about the Vanguard Party advocacies. Is tantamount to treason. Mr. Boykai have committed an act of treason against the student movement, and the Vanguard Party will continue to rally consistent effort. We want to inform the students of the University of Liberia that this government, under Joseph Boykai, is not serious for education. It's not willing to provide quality education for the university students. Today was just a normal day. Today, the university students were very peaceful until the government of Liberia invaded, violating the chapter that created this university. The chapter that created the university says no armed men should invade the University of Liberia. But today, we have over thousands of police officers with arms shooting tear gas and live bullets at students that led to 25 students being in critical condition as we speak. We are rallying all progressive forces. We are rallying all solidarity allies and institutions to remind the government of Joseph Boyka and the international community that the dark days is here, that democratic governance have been compromised, that the regime is so intimidated that its opinion for political consciousness is an intimidation to them. We want to inform Mr. Boyka that we will not remain silent. We want to inform the university administration that the Kone, who is the major instigator of violence on the university campus, will leave. SUP as an institution, whether you arrest the chairman of the Student Unification Party and take him to a new destination, whether you capture militants of the party, whether you brutalize us, we will not remain silent on Joseph Boyka. The constitutional ineptitude, the constitutional violation on Mr. Boyka's leadership will be put on a checkmark by the Vanguard Party. We are not.
The truth is, this constitutional mandate is not a debatable mandate. President Boyka, you must follow the mandate from the Supreme Court. The difference, there is a very clear difference here. Either as a nation we agree to follow a path of chaos,
those who undermine peace, violate the law, or seek to disrupt national harmony will face the full force of the law and justice. To all Liberians, I urge you to go about your daily lives peacefully and confidently. Your government remain functional and steadfast in its responsibility to deliver services, maintain order, and uphold the values of democracy and good governance. I call on every elected leader to remember their oath, not to themselves, but to the Liberian nation, state, and people. I call on every citizen to rise above division and demonstrate the enduring values of patriotism, unity, and national purpose. As we seek political solutions to impact, let us do so with calm heads and committed hearts.
because once you do not go by the rule of law, then you are calling for chaos. We either do chaos or we do calm, where our country is able to move forward, where the hopes and aspirations of our people will be met, where the dignity that carries the name Liberia across the nations of the world will no longer be looked at as a pariah. This is the choice we have today. And that particular choice is led by the President of the Republic of Liberia. He can decide whether he wants a calm country so that he can fulfill the rescue agenda, which I believe is just a story, as I've been saying.
Tuesday, we're waiting to see what happens on today. You know, we wait to see exactly what's happening today, according to the collaborating political party and the acting chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, Anthony Janga Cole, talking today. The president of the government will hear from the people. Well, we wait to see that. But I'd like to say welcome to all of you on this wonderful, wonderful day. A pleasant good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. I'm Weekie Brooks. This is the Morning Ride, your breakfast info companion program on the Wet Tuesday. Or What Tuesday, as a matter of fact. But we're here the 29th day in the month of April. Welcome, and yes, things are 2025. If you are there, we are certainly here again this morning. Welcome to the program where we walk the walk and talk the talk. And as usual, I have the shift the power in about democracy. Sakano is the man behind the camera. Vasco Gigantana Diva is also alongside together. But keep listening to this broadcast. We're going to be right back this morning. But listen to all what they said again.
Or you can open a Pandora's box that will lead us to a place where we don't want to be. I'd like to call on the President of the Republic of Liberia, President Joseph Nima Boykai, the members of the Unity Party, and the members of the Liberian Senate and the House of Representatives to abide by the Supreme Court ruling. The reason why the onus is on the President is because the first branch of government is the implementer of all laws. The Supreme Court has spoken. What they have spoken is law and is a mandate. We look forward to its implementation to its fullest. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Well,
go for it, Dumao.
We are lack of Adikas. Yo. We are lack of him. Yo. He needs to go. Yo.
This place should be a peaceful environment where the government is providing the means for students to have access to quality education. This space under Joseph Boykai have become and is becoming chaotic on a daily basis. Every week, there will not be a day that police will not invade the university campus. The number of casualties, the numbers of police brutality, the number of gun violence against peaceful students and student leaders at the University of Liberia is increasing and alarming on a daily basis. The government is left tight. Civil society organizations and actors are quiet about the constitutional violations of people's right to free speech, freedom of assembly and gathering. We are urging Liberians today to rise up to the occasions. Yesterday, when we confronted the CDC in its gangster paradise, we were celebrated as revolutionaries. Today, it is a sleeping, working president. A president that understands nothing about political leadership and administrative governance. Today, democratic values and tendencies have been denigrated to the core. The University of Liberia have been reduced to nothingness. Only because the regime is protecting an individual whom the government is using to intimidate student leaders at the detriment of their constitutional right. We have come to inform the people of Liberia that the chairman of the Student Unification Party will be released. The Vanguard Party will institute every necessary measure in the coming hours in making sure we assemble at the headquarters of the Liberia National Police demanding the immediate release of the chairman of the Student Unification Party. We will also be petitioning international organizations, informing them about the consistent police brutality and violence meted against peaceful students. Today, our actions here was only predicating the university administration that there is a need to look at this measure of Sekou Kono that is a regime tools. This place should be for political interference. Mr. Boykai is undermining the legislature. At the same time, he is undermining the academic activities on the university campus. This place will be a no-go zone for Mr. Boykai. This place will not be the hub that Mr. Boykai will use to silence the critical.
Your inflight
witnessed the arrival of the chairman, the vice chair for operations of the PLP movement, Comrade Pascal Ganti. Oh, political party there, represent as well. When the arrival of Comrade Janje Bape as well. Yeah. Alongside with Comrade Emmanuel Tikoti.
Constitutions with the relevant national stakeholders to determine the most appropriate and constitutionally sound path forward. We have actively involved our traditional and other national leaders in addressing the matter. In doing so, we remain fully committed to preserving the sanctity of our democracy, the principle of three separate or coordinate branches of government. Fellow Liberians, our Constitution and the Supreme Court have defined what constitutes a quorum for the conduct of business in the legislature. We intend to vigorously uphold this vital principle of our constitutional democracy. We will continue to work with a quorum that will ensure the full functioning of our government. Over the past months, we have watched with growing concern as the division in the House of Representatives remains unresolved, undermining public confidence in our most vital democratic institutions. Tragically, we have also witnessed the torching of the Capitol building, a national symbol of democracy, by arsonists intent on sowing chaos and discord. Today, we received report of acts of vandalism intended to desecrate the dignity of our public institutions and buildings. The police are investigating. Let me be clear, under our leadership, the government of Liberia will not be held by narrow interests or acts of lawlessness. The work of governance will continue and nothing will distract us from our duty to serve the Liberian people. We are a country governed by laws, not by mobs or self-serving ambition. Those who undermine peace, violate the law, or seek to disrupt national harmony will face the full force of the law and justice.
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better.
I think doesn't so we can move them from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better.
I think doesn't so we can move them from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better.
I think doesn't so we can move them from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better.
I think doesn't so we can move them from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better.
I think doesn't so we can move them from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better.
I think doesn't so we can move them from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president so he doesn't do better than his groups.
I think he will do better?
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his roots. I
think he will do better?
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his roots. I
think he will do better?
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his roots.
I think he will do better?
I think he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a
senator the governors in our country. It's already been planned. It does not mean because we are planning our protest that there cannot be other protests along the way. Hello? So I can't seize the floor for too long. But I believe President Boykai, in as much as he still has the chance to revise his misplaced governing ideas, I think they are losing the ball gradually or rapidly, in fact, rapidly. They call themselves rescuers. But you can't rescue anyone if they are drowning. Mr. Chairman, Mr. Vice President, how can you rescue someone if you are drowning? So Mr. Boykai himself needs to be rescued. And you have to rise up to rescue the rescuers. Anyway, let me say thank you for the platform. We are standing by to work with all sides that are doing what is right and what is just. We want to commit as a viable and vibrant civil society institution. Whatever model is developed moving forward, whatever process is developed within the confines of the rule of law, we will support it, we will stand with it, and we will not sit. We will stand until Mr. Boykai's lawless, misguided, and thoughtless rebellion against the Supreme Court ruling is revised. Long live the Republic. Long live the Liberian people. And I say thank you.
Press conference from the collaborating political party talk about ANC, ALP, CNC moves because of a democratic change of wanting to put the government feet to the fire to uphold the rule of law, and plan a protest on today. As a matter of fact, the chairman of STAN was also there. Chairman Mobake Molu, former chairman of the former ruling coalition for democratic change. He was also there giving support. That on July 17th of this year, there will be a mob protest across the country. And you listen to the chairman of the CDC now, Anthony Jangako, that today, Tuesday, there will be a protest. But we have tried to look around. We have not seen any sign yet. When they come up, nobody knows. And how it's going to be. But, you know, Antonin Richard Group said something, Lafayette Group, he said something. That, Councilor Lafayette Group said something. That, look, they were here for us. We will speak to the hierarchy. It was so hasty, but we have to attend for the sake of the country. He said we want to make sure that all of our actions are documented, that we do not create problems because we want to solve problems. And this is why a lot of folks are now saying How do we solve the problems that we've all been confronted with? Because this is affecting everybody. The two sides, the rule of law caucus, the majority black, they are all talking about we're actually getting the numbers. This side will say 2 persons have joined, another side will say 5 persons have joined them. Where we are. And folks, surprised me yesterday, I will say this. The majority black caucus had a press conference. And at that press conference, you had almost every single lawmaker on their phones, where they were seated to discuss critical things. People on their phones. Were you forced to be there to make the call? You got some folks who bury their heads, some people sleep, they're sleeping. Yes. So they call for a protest on today. We wait to see the protest. We are now talking about and listening that inconsistency now is in the majority bloc. Why another crisis to in the rule of law caucus? People are crossing over from one point to another. But these things happen in politics. But how are they doing it? What do the Liberian people hope to achieve from this? How do we come to a conclusion to the problems that Nigerians are talking about on a daily basis? And there are a whole lot of things to talk about. There are a whole lot of things to focus on. The rainy season has started, like we said on yesterday. What happens to those who are in the slums? People who built on the waterways, people who have all of the fences, and the next person behind you, because you don't want water to set in your fence, so you have a borehole, and the water goes back. In the next community, you don't care because you are well protected and financially strong or well connected. Are we looking at these things that people will be homeless? Where people are given full responsibility to conduct government affairs, but you eliminate and want to be in politics. The National Disaster Management Agency. Focus on the issue. What is your blueprint for last year that we do not return to what took place last year? People were made homeless. Their valuables all got destroyed. Kids got sick. Our international partners. You know, the U.S. government has scaled down on supporting some of our international partners that are supporting us in the process. How do we fill the financial gap? These are issues that we expected our lawmakers to have started and say, look, we need to discuss this matter. How do we do it? Where do we go from here? But we're still having this problem covering on all the national issues. These are some of the problems we talk about on a daily basis. And some of you will not want to hear it, but these are issues. There are folks who went on to build on this wetland. They filled the swamp. Go to right on the SKD Boulevard. Go Jacob's Time. The St. Francis Road. Go further down and see the mango swamp, how people have dried it and have built houses And you see all of these things. The EPA, Ministry of Public Works, have given a warning. They have started to damage, and people are trying to politicize these things. These are issues where our national leaders should be focused on and having the matters done properly. We're talking about having a permanent, a non-permanent seat at the United Nations Security Council. We are mobilizing, calling on all of our partners to be part and parcel of the process. Whether you're in opposition, you're in position or no position, these are some of the things that should have collective efforts. Because it represents the country. Oh yeah, Liberia, the oldest on the continent of Africa, a founding member of the United Nations, founding member of AU, founding member of ECOWAS, and a lot of international organizations as well. But we are no longer the people that we were seeing yesterday. Every day have threats. When you're not coming from government, you're coming from opposition. Or somebody will just speak. We talk about a protest. Where is the protest? Because on my way to work, I saw everybody and people doing their normal businesses. Motorcyclists are taking passengers from one destination to another. The kids are going to school to sit for a ride, while other kids are going for normal classes. Look, it is your constitutional right. And one of the mistakes we keep making, the constitution call for peaceful assembly. People should assemble peacefully. The assembly should not have violence. No part of the constitution tells you that there should be a protest, a call for protest. We have misconstrued these things. And that's why when you assemble peacefully, and it goes other hand, state security will disperse you in any form of manner if that is something that turned into violence where they see that the lives of peaceful citizens or state security are threatened, they will have to respond. And we spoke these things for years. We seem not to be getting anywhere into this matter. And you hear people say, oh, we're blaming the president. The president should go back and he has some time to address the country again. And the constitution call for quorum. I don't know what sort of quorum the president, because I'm not the interpreter of the author of the statement. But I know that the constitution call for quorum. Even at the level of the Supreme Court, that wouldn't, the Chief Justice, there is no binding on her that she should have abandoned. And the quorum, they must be 3, they 5. If 3 of the associate justices sit there, they can conduct business. That's how it works. We have had this up and down, up and down, up and down. One party having section, another party cannot get the number to have a quorum to conduct business. And we've been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with this matter. This is where we find ourselves now. When people thought that this matter would have ended following the ruling from the Supreme Court, but there are mixed reaction, mixed interpretation, and everybody having their own interpretation of the ruling. And most of the fingers being pointed at the president for addressing. There are some who say he shall remain taciturn or even speaking. And there are others who say the president was right, because people say, oh, the president don't want to talk. The president is looking at this matter. The very same people who say stay out of their business today are the people who pointing finger at the people who say, oh, the president don't want to talk. The president is the father of the nation. And the father spoke, you still have a problem. The father was silent, you had a problem. The father spoke, you got a problem. So who do we come to speak on this matter? Who do we call to say, oh yeah, please speak on this matter? So we look at all of these things unfolding. And these are some of the issues we have spoken about times without number. And this is the CC. This is the CC chairman here. This is what he said.
Indicated that you continue because of the forum of British Food and unconstitutional forum. We have come to tell you today that you still have the opportunity to go back to address the data again. To go heavily accept the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia in accordance with Article 65 of the Liberian Constitution. Still have that opportunity. So while you are getting ready to do that address, we are calling on our people in the trenches, the communities all around the country to begin to organize, to mobilize. So on Tuesday, we'll be hearing from the people. This fight is not solely about the House of Representatives. This fight is about the very future of the country. This fight is a fight for we hundreds of thousands of compatriots have died from 1979 to 1980, from 1985 to 1990, from 1990 to 1996, from 1996 to 2003. And we can assure President Blanchard and his team that you have got enough people to contend with. So we are calling on you here now to begin to mobilize, organize, put together your water bottles, put together your sachets of water, and get ready to confront the tyranny that is emerging in President Blanchard. I believe this meeting will be concerned with mobilizing the social services, will be mobilizing our people in the communities. It's the civility of the Liberian people that keep giving power. So on all international partners to prevail upon President Blanchard to go back to address the nation, to wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the country.
And one of the issues here, and we like to look at this morning, folks, and I hope our motorcyclists that we so treasure listening this morning. You know, most of the time we listen to opposition political party They always refer to the motorcyclists. Are these people that can be used almost for the wrong reason? Every time you hear opposition talking, they talk about motorcyclists. You hear them talk about the motorcyclists. Why are these people putting these motorcyclists in this form and manner? Though they are educated, professional, well-respected, responsible people that are riding, but because of no jobs and opportunities have not come their way, they are doing what they are doing to, find food and put on the table for their families, to educate themselves, to find somewhere to get it and lay their heads. But every time you hear, we will put a motorcyclist. So motorcyclists being who now? And I hope the motorcyclists are listening this morning. You've been stereotyped as violent people. You've been stereotyped as people who should be used for the wrong reason. These people have the political issues to address, and they mobilize, and every time they want to do it, they put you in these conditions. During the regime of former President Eric Johnson said there were restrictions placed on motorcycles at a certain point in time. During the regime of former President George Weah, there were restrictions. And this regime have done the same. So what's the difference? That every time, motorcycle. It's just the normal saying in Liberia where you say someone's supposed to get better, so the better supposed to be. Oh yeah, the girl will forgive. The myth. So because you got your anger in you're not saying we'll break our children outside, but you're telling the people you motorcyclists. You are not saying our wives, our children will be here, they will be with us. You say they come on go mobile and go talk to their 3,000 friends. And some of you go there. These are folks that will not help you today, they will not help you tomorrow. You just look for people because of poverty. You place them in a bracket and make them feel sorry for themselves. That you are advocating for them. So you order the motorcyclists will just subscribe to you like that. Some of the motorcyclists that were beaten that got hurt in the car, did you take them to the hospital? Now every time you want to put the motorcyclists in a position that they are the people you're fighting for. And we're now at another stage. Today, Tuesday, we still looking around. Where is the protest? Chebemolu from Stein now say July 17. July 17 will be we listen to the former Vice President of Liberia. The other man calling the woman, my Vice President was calling President Baga, Mr. President. You still believing that she's still Vice President. But you calling the President Mr. Baga, yeah, that's his name. But you giving title to somebody while you are calling somebody Mr. Baga. When you do these things, you show your simplicity, you show that you're not in the right fight for the people. It's because you're no longer there. If we are concerned about the issue of the rule of law, we must keep the government feet to the fire, of which nobody wants to support anybody that would fearlessly disrespect the rule of law. Ambassador, good morning.
Good morning, Ambassador, and good morning to the pleasure and pleasing Liberian people. Again, Liberians have been threatened with protest. Like I said yesterday, though there are other points that I may have a disagreement with, but I will have to agree with some points that the Unity Party alliance, over 20 parties, some are still trying to form in, that we will not allow anybody, any disgruntled politician seeking to reverse our democratic gains. The future of this country is sure and we will not derail Liberia development, and we are sure about that. We won't allow anybody. You know, I listen to the former party chairman, former representative, George Moba. He was now stereotyping the MPP that they are the party who know about war business. So when people want to run around, they go sit under the tree and do what they want to do. But since they don't know about it, if they don't agree, it won't happen. So, you know, let me be clear. And Ambassador said it rightly. This aspect of stereotyping certain group of people, we have made it now. It has been entrenched into our society. It's now been written in the book of history.
I don't know why every time we just look at certain group of people, we place them in a position like we're fighting for them. When we are fighting for ourselves.
In actuality, we're not even going near them
to
fight for them.
What's the fight?
But we are using them to fight for us.
Yes.
That's the strategy.
You say motorcyclists. You are not even saying our wives and children will be with us.
Yes.
But you're saying motorcyclists.
And you said it right. Let me begin to read. There are very sound motorcyclists. Ambassador, the guy that brought me, you know, I had a conversation on the bike. He said, "This is Natalia." And I don't know always the what we give. I said we go about. You know, he said, "Jonathan, I can really admire you people. I can really admire you people. You work out doing that small work. And sometimes you can say they won't be or that too, but we are talking, yeah, for our friend." He said, "But it's not good. So all year we're riding it here. For me, I was very afraid to start riding motorbike. But over the years, I got used to it because it brings food on my table. My children go to school, my rent." I said, but man, once you are doing your work, you are able to buy your mosquito coil and you can't beg anybody, that's good for you. Stay in that line and say yes. That's how we brought this protest business out. And I'm not going to end a protest.
And let me tell you something. Let me say something. We are talking about youth at risk. We are bringing them as those. Why are you not fighting for them?
The people who are
those are the people that you should say will bring them with us because of the lives might be better. But you're talking about somebody. Those people are not doing anything for themselves. Those people are people we need to transform. You are not addressing the concern or the condition they find themselves in, but you want to put people who are already doing something for themselves, finding food for themselves, putting food on the table, having the children's school fee paid, paying the rental fees and all of these things, places that they live, they buying the little parcel of land to pay their houses, they're doing businesses. Some of them have today, they have left from riding motorcycle, they today having taxi. Some of them with keke. Some of them today have more bags. They got 2-3 bags. You are riding for them now. Some of them today they are even selling bag and doing some other businesses. Then you come by yourself.
Ambassador, the keke. Imagine, I'm telling you to ask this question. What they do with the money they collected? Because the original property have a responsibility too with people.
Yes.
What did they do with them? What did they do? We are tired of this thing. And when I say they allow our brothers and sisters to use for
I think they're trying to put them in a position to make them look, because most of the time when you finish doing this kind of thing, at the end of the day, these people are caught into a position that is so terrible for them. So terrible for them. All of the time, motorcyclists. We have all sorts of names for these people. There were times we call them killer bang. They can't listen. But these are the folks who will take us places. Even if you don't know the area, they know where to get you. You are not engaging national government to see that these people, their well-being, how they are supported in the process, but you will pretend that you want to advocate for them. And these are some of the issues. Motorcyclists is there better. They are not there for protest. They are not there for you to gain your political score that you can use them in the press. You got parties in. Let them go there. Some of these motorcyclists are not partisan of any political party. Some of them don't have interest in politics. As far as they're concerned, they wake up in the morning, say their prayers, get in the street for the daily bread. They don't go there because of politics. They are there for the living. political parties in Liberia, what you give back to your partisans? I don't even know why you're got partisans because some of you don't even have membership.
No, we challenge them. They don't have partisans.
Say then some of them.
And Ambassador, this we have said this over and over. It's very much like a tactical on the part of opposition political parties in this country. Once they get to opposition, they got nothing to offer the people of this country. All they do is threat. And this one, I join with their alliance. Nobody will dismantle the peace of this country. Nobody will threaten. And if you are trying to dismantle, because I know in this kind of protest, if care not taken, you're going to start vandalizing properties. There are so many peaceful people who don't want to be in your thing. They want to be in Liberia and live peacefully. They don't care what President Baka go, where he comes, they don't care about that. All they know that they want that the climate being provided for them to have a peaceful existence in the country.
Yeah, you tell the poor man bring their own water. Why you don't supply water? You say man bring water.
But you know, like okay, that's just a common sense to show the people that they're using them. We so what you want me to do? Then you say enough is enough.
Yeah.
The opposite of today, oh. That's why I'm watching around to see where they're coming from.
I've been looking all around.
And there's no strategy for opposition political parties. No strategy.
And this is just common with all of them.
It's just common. Yes, you need to all of them.
Even if the Unity Party goes by in opposition, you will see some of them the press conference.
It
They will be talking about motorcyclists again.
It is so sad.
The only people that should be used.
And it's starting to hear that you were in government yesterday. You just left government. Then you stay with the people you broke. You got nothing to offer them. Hey man.
And now the motorcyclists, you'll be talking about the Yaman boys.
The boys they're using their own time. The motorbike going their time. Nobody can see one. All disappear.
Disappear in thin air.
Yes. You even want to extend that some of your two government vehicles and all. Those boys are trying to go take loan. They are trying, and some of them, listen, let me tell you one thing, the helpful part of it. Motorcyclists, you're there just turn the other way around and jump behind the people. Then you'll say the police people,
They know the police people already.
They also say the police people. And when one see one or two of y'all
about motorcyclists, the police will be prepared for them.
Yeah. Some of them lost their bike.
You know you danger.
They will start complaining. Then you see the problem now. We can do other motorcyclists who are just peaceful, don't want to be involved in the thing. Some of them they just be caught up. You see, they lost.
They might just be the victim.
Sure.
Who told you that all of the folks who ride motorbike they care about politics? These people are looking for the daily bread. Go and see some of the motorcyclists what they have done for themselves. Some of them have gone to university. They have gone to other technical schools. Today they are meaningful and contributing citizens into our society.
Some people are going
some of them are even far better than some of us.
Yeah,
some of you who can do battle cry. Some of you that go there on text, you're doing together. Some of them
I told you that you're man.
Who my man?
Your man.
Who my man?
When the women there, how you usually jump behind them? When the people say in the hospital they overstay, they won't raise issue, you jump behind them. They won't just behind people advocating, you know. There's an assistant minister who know that Saga motorbike.
Yeah.
They go look place and see they go take Saga motorbike for him. And we use tomorrow. Why are we not looking from up, down, inside, outside? This country is not solving problem.
We lost. During the election, we lost one of our motorbike on the freeway.
Sure. Yeah.
Because of the same thing, the protesting, the talking, the drinking one, the other one. At the end of the day,
we saw a reporter there. Because he gave you on the motorbike
back that was just less than a week old.
You see? So politicians need to re-strategize their plans because it is not just about protest. Nobody saying you don't have the right to go protest.
Yeah, for me,
but the way that you do it
against the issue of protest.
But let me say something.
When you come out to do it, go ahead. But understand that there are other folks who are going on their private businesses. That people going to work, people going to school, people going to their businesses, and people going to attend to the healthcare and all of these things.
The intent of these people is to make the government unpopular with the people. That's their intent. They are not going to find a solution or proper issue to the government. No, They are going to make the government unpopular. Let me read this statement from the Unity Party Alliance, the UP Alliance. And I agree with this statement. We categorically reject any attempt to intimidate the government or derail Liberian development. Liberia's future belongs to all Liberians and not to a few disgruntled politicians seeking to reverse our democratic gains. I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. Let me say this. Because this is just keeping Liberia in one cycle. We should turn it around. Government go protest. Why are protests done for this country? You saw the rest why they for Liberia? Huh?
And these were the very same questions that were asked yesterday by the CDC. They were asking, what has protest done for this country?
They tell them water. Is it not a perfect scene where you call a national conference?
But they tell
people come and
you bring your own first aid kit.
Yeah.
Bro, you get if the coast or the order and the police or the job security.
But you know that ambassador, that police gets wounded in this time. Police. So you think our Liberians who are volunteer?
These politicians in this country, they're not your interest. They just see you people as not human beings. They see you as shield when they want to accomplish the aim, want to be popular. So they stay on the shoulders of these motorcyclists to lift them up. Y'all don't go behind them. Even if the Unity Party leaves government and they have the issue with whatever government will come and they think that they can use you people, don't go behind them. Fight for yourself, don't fight for them. They are using you for the wrong reasons.
And it's time that the motorcyclists they begin to reorganize themselves or strengthen their organization process.
So they need to rebrand their image.
So that they be able to, the world or the public can see them differently.
And you know, this is the only show that can normally greet people, speak to you, the motorcyclists.
And
even though sometimes can run away with our money, fortunately say no change.
They get change. Especially,
but we still love you.
They are the one group of people that use coins. They didn't get change. Well, that 10 and 20 they'll carry for you.
I told the other man the other day, I tell the man, don't mind seeing me dressed that day. I need my money. I've lost too many money from you people. I need it.
We all educating the people there. This is a time called national conference.
Let me wasting your time saying me.
Gentlemen, this is the situation.
You gotta use that money in your phone to call somebody and say hi.
And just imagine some of those who were former government officials. Tomorrow when you are getting to the stage, they are already being out of the field. What can we do to this country? Opposition. It's time to restore the jazz. You won't tell me that you are in opposition, you don't have nothing to profit to the government except protest? This has happened in the past. It has not helped this country.
But I told you something.
It has not helped Liberia.
And we try educating some of the opposition. You see, you don't have to be in government before you understand or you make contribution. You in opposition. There are means, people that you want to lead, you can empower them today.
Yes.
You got folks in your party that you can give loan to. You got folks in your party that you can assist who are sick. But we'll go for this break, or we'll come back. We'll continue with the discussion this morning. It's time.
And I wish all of you peace. God bless you.
From the headquarters.
Our motorcyclists that police put on last on a daily basis. Our motorcyclists that is being put on last and killed on camera by police. This is the time now that when the police man staying for you, before that stay even live for, move to him. That one a direct instruction we give him. We are just waiting for the decision from the table. There is no law. We are very clear. We want the law you will be using to restrict motorcyclists and ban them from entering the street. So we want the law you will use when you can't respect the Supreme Court. So we want the law. You need to tell us where you took that other law from. Because if you can't respect the Supreme Court,
apparatus. We are waiting for the decision. I see many people talking about my children small, you wasting your time. I don't see my pa. I don't know how a page is looking. My man told me when they walk in, they want to she told us that our father told us to take my children want to die, let me die. My mother told me that when she came back, the horse and everything concerning my father, nothing was seen. I think my children is now so small today and I told them and I told them. You see people, young people, you refer to us as future generation of this country. During election time, you tell them we don't want to tell all. But after election, then you want us to be security people. They government promised motorcycle job. They told motorcycle that job we only allow you to ride motor, but for me, you will ride bad there until around get your job. I want who job I will find for them, but I'm taking it for her. I want motorcycle. I want motorcycle. They join promise I ain't give it to her yet. They want you to point the margin and say you're going to down. I will take it for you. For us, they are very clear. And it is good that the people can say, yeah, read the mama steamer point, right? But we're not already getting food. I've always told people that working in government and other institutions. Some of y'all that in government and private institutions can just waiting for
Code of the Republic of Liberia in accordance with Article 65 of the Liberian Constitution. You still have that opportunity. So while you are getting ready to do that address, we are calling on our people in the trenches, in the communities all around the country to begin to organize, to mobilize. So on Tuesday, you'll be hearing from the people. And we call on Speaker J. Funati Kofa to stand his ground. Remain standing, Speaker Kofa. You are supported by the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. This fight is not about Speaker Kofa as an individual. No. This fight is about preserving the democracy that we have fought for. This fight is not solely about the House of Representatives. This fight is about the very future of the country. This fight is a fight for we hundreds of thousands of our compatriots have died from 1979 to 1980, from 1985 to 1990, from 1990 to 1996, from 1996 to 2000, 2003. And we can assure President Boakai and his team that you have got the Liberian people to contend with. So we are calling on you here now to begin to mobilize, organize, put together your water bottles, put together your sachets of water, and get ready to confront the tyranny that is emerging in President Boakai. As we leave this meeting, we will be conferring. This just the public show. So you can go, people who have been planted. Yeah, this is the public show. But from now to Tuesday, there will be no sleep. I can tell you that we'll be organizing, we'll be mobilizing. We'll be mobilizing the student community, we'll be mobilizing civil society. You can see Comrade Mobile Molu is here. We'll be mobilizing the motorcyclists. We'll be mobilizing our people in the communities. So you can tell your 2,000 or 3,000 police to get ready for 10,000 to 15,000 citizens. You can even bring the army out. We can assure you that what keeps you in power is not the force of the police, not the force of the military. It's the civility of the Liberian people that keep you in power. So now that you have taken upon yourself, taking the labor to desecrate the civility of the office of the presidency, we can assure you that you will be confronted. And people thought that the opposition was weak and were crying, no, indeed, We have to document the excesses because you got to take action. To take action, you need preponderance of evidence. To take action, you need preponderance of evidence. So today, we call on the Liberia Council of Churches. We call on the Muslim Council. We call on ECOWAS. We call on AU. We call on the U.S. government. We call on all international partners to prevail upon President Boakai to go back to address the nation, to wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the Supreme Court. Because failure to do that is treason. It's treason. The action, the speech delivered by the president last night is treasonable. And the citizens of the country will have the right to invoke Article 1 of the Constitution. And so we call on international partners, we call on ECOWAS, we call on the AU. Do not sit and allow the country to erupt. Do not sit and allow the country to erupt and begin to try to negotiate. You have an opportunity now to prevail upon the president to fulfill his constitutional duty in line with the oath he swore on January 22nd, 2024, to respect the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia by respecting the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia. So we call on Speaker Kofa. Speaker Kofa will be with you on Tuesday. We also call
Healing for Life Hour.
We also call on the government.
Radio as well as Fired is our proud sponsor. I want to say thanks to all of you joining us. And it's also good I would inform you that Mary Maga is in 4 counties. I'm Fired started in Lofa County, and they are in Zozo, Vanjima, Kulahun, Fuya, and other parts. And Bon County, Banga, there are plans on the way to be in Salala, Tututa, Filela, and all the parts of Bon County. In Nimba County, and Ganta, Nimba County, and there are also plans. The offices are being located already with setting up of the office into a like Sakapie, Sanikole, Brown County there. And Marima Guy is also right now with the headquarters into Mosorado County and in the Banas Farm area, opposite tissue factory, where you can go there and get the Mari Maga Healing for Life hot tea. And it's our proud sponsor, and with evidence gathered on, we are proud to be associated, or the program at this point, we are running for the 1 month process with them for the Mari Maga tea upon. So you can find the opportunity. Sometimes malaria, cholera, diarrhea, all of these other sicknesses that may bother your body. You got ulcer, you can't eat certain food, you got low blood pressure at some point in time, like your breath is cutting off, you got a stroke, some guy, like the women, even the men or so, they get growth and other issues. It's good that you get to the Mari Maga area, some guy eye problem and other deformities into your body. But just to inform you, this is a supplement that helps clean the body. So it might just be targeting something, but it will also help with another thing, because it goes into the body. When you consume this product, it helps to clean the entire body. So it's good that you take your time, go there. And we want to reiterate this. this is not a product that is being sold inferior points. Especially speaking to Muscle County, you have to go to the office. This product is so peculiar to the institution, the fact that they want to keep it safe, and whosoever that will come in contact with this, they want to say, yeah, you, this, and please, these are the procedures upon, and these are the methods by which, it's not anything difficult. It's just by, you know, sometimes, for instance, more people that are teacup don't have the same size. So you just think that you carry, you put out on it, you steady, and you stir, and next thing, you start drinking, and you leave drinking it, you get cold, you drink it. No. The Barima is a specific amount of water, but should be boiled and it's mixed. Some of you know how the atai for instance, yeah, that's just it. But as soon as you roll it up in a 2 cup, you roll it up there, and it gets set for you to drink, and you start to sip. But you should not wait till it get cold. Let it be hot. And these are some of the processes I want to draw you through. And when you also get to the office, you will also be able to listen to other testimonies, other experience.
Sure. Yeah. People would tell you, listen to other folks who have tested it as well.
Yeah.
And they'll give the results. You will see it for yourself. And this is not something imported. Right here, like
very Liberia.
It's a Liberian owned.
Sure.
Yes, you know, it's a Liberian owned. So they currently in 4 counties in Liberia, but they say at the close of the year they want to.
Yeah, it's a question of being all part of Liberia.
Yeah, currently they're in Lofa, in Zozo, Bonjiman, they're in Bangabong County, they're in Ganta, Nima, they're in Masurado, Pin, the last one also teach you. So
yeah. You know, they don't want you, they want to stress up, but they are setting up, you know, it's also cost intensive to set up. So once you find a location in your area, they set up there and say, oh yeah, okay, we are already here now. Those in the area can come. So that's how it is. So we want you to take advantage of this process. Others have already tried. They have gone there, they have taken the supplement, and they are beginning to give testimonies upon. You know what it is? Like we spoke with the business manager the other day live on the radio. He said, at those, it should be a 1 week process, 2 weeks, 3 weeks should be important for you. But based upon your own illness or your problem, sometimes by the time you start going 2 3 days, 1 week, you start seeing, you know, things happening. You start seeing transformation. Yeah, you start seeing transformation. And you say, well, let me go the second round to help you upon the issue of infertility and those who seeking up. There are some women, from what we have seen with few evidence, or people who have gone through this process. Some of them have a lot of time during that period. Some of them birthing was an issue. But when they went through this product, they came out and said, yeah, I was pressing this, but now I see a change. You heard somebody saying I had a food problem, and there's somebody with weak, you know, functioning process in this, and some people could not walk. There's sometimes you're very normal, you're moving, but at some point in time you just get broken down, and you see yourself to walk. It's very difficult for you, and if you are looking, you start to persist upon. From 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, yeah, it's not going with you. You say, I need to move, I need to go place I can go now. When I signal here, I want me so. You don't know. Sometimes they are going other places, they are having other issues. But we have seen experiences from others who had these deformities and now they are all right. They are passing upon. So it's important that you yourself get yourself involved in this process. It's very, very important. And please, like I said earlier on, if you are at a point where to get number is difficult, when we call the number here,
yeah, when we call this number,
write it down on how
make sure you get it.
Write it down on something that maybe you don't read it now, you base it. Just write it down on something that after a while you feel, you know, doing all your thing, maybe doing your Kubo business, or you're doing a fire coal business, you packaging your coal, or you sell a plum, or you say, well, you got some kind of issues, you won't call it number, or you may just be in your office doing something. Please write this number down. One of the major contacts is here. I want to read out to you, Mr. Prince B. Gray. He is the business manager. Please, we want you to please get his number. I want to read this number: 0776 369 805. 0776 0776 369 805. The other number is 0888 856 776. 0888 856 776. They are all numbers that you can get through. This is the one that I've just read to you. So you call it the two numbers. Just and is this Mr. Gray? You'll be speaking with him, and you have interaction. Whether you are at a tissue factory, you get into difficulty in the direction. Just the opposite tissue factory, there's a path in the community, a footpath. Just go there in less than a minute or two. You start seeing the building ahead of you with the banner on the building. You can just go right in there, and you are at a safe spot. Also, those of you who want to go on WhatsApp, or you have plot 231 773 565 253. You also get in those numbers. Those are the numbers upon you can call on internet.
Sure. So these are the numbers you can call, and trust me, you can get there and explain your problem. It might not just be you, it might be somebody that you want to help in the process, and you know been solving for so long, you spend a whole lot, but you can go there.
Even when you require to get information, go there. Say, I just want to know, but just getting information, you'll get interested. Marimaga Hati, or the Marimaga for Life Incorporated International, is our past sponsor this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me read some of the messages on our page, and we will come back and talk about it. The lines will be activated shortly. This will say, Mohammed Bangu, I say good morning. Yes, I say good morning, good family, and I'm watching from GSA Road Junction as usual. And one sheriff say good morning. I'm following you from Banga City, Bong County this morning. Janice Curtis say good morning, cool family. Mr. President, I'm watching from Broadway City. And this one from Fumba Okay, say I'm watching you live from Grand Cape Mount County, Jenny, Liberia time. And Gabriel Kanto, as usual, say good morning, cool FM. And I'm following you guys from So Clinic, Pimville City, Wiki. And I thank you for the information this morning. Gabriel, thank you always for following us. And this for new Emek Aware, you say good morning, cool FM family. And Sidiki Twari say good morning, cool FM family. Emmanuel Walker say good morning, cool FM. I'm watching from Marshall Boys Time. And this one comes from Mr. Richmond Jacobs. He said, good morning, cool. Richmond Isaac Jacob. And I'm following you guys from Jacobs Time, Rehab area. And the one comes from Fred Zekba, say following. And November King Macaulay, say following closely, cool family. Hendren Ligan, say lost people. Aloysius Peter Flomo Jr. say good morning, and I'm following you from Unification City, Lower Miami County. George Watkins say good morning, everyone, and I'm following you from my campus zone in District 10, Montserrat County, Liberia. Mohammed Trawayi say good morning, Wiki. My name is Mamaya's son, Mohammed Trawayi. Thanks for the good job for the Liberian people, and this one comes from Seku Super Double say motorcyclists have taken themselves as fools, so they always use them for the wrong reasons, thinking that those politicians are in their favor. And Habaku Nivet say good morning, Mama Liberia, following from Ghana, Kumasi. And Ivan Dokoli say good morning, weekend now. And I'm Ivan Dokoli Jr. following you live from Soaking the Ophi Orange Tower. Thanks for the update this morning. Hey, Linda, where you from? Long time. Linda Lake Finker Fire down to say good morning, my cool family. and watching you from my comfort zone. I know, Lena, it's been a long, long time. I haven't heard from you, but it's good to see you. I say good morning to you on a wet Tuesday morning, the 29th day. We're about to usher in our other morning. Yeah. So we are here this morning. This is the morning ride talking about, but let's bring you this audio again. Motorcycle, I want for you to listen to this thing. You pay this thing.
The ruling of the Supreme Court indicated that you continue what is the forum of British rule and unconstitutional forum. They have come to tell you today that you still have the opportunity to go back to investigation again. Wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia in accordance with Article 65 of the Liberian Constitution. You still have that opportunity. So while they are delivering the July address, they are calling on our people in the trenches, in the communities all around the country to begin to organize, to mobilize. So on Tuesday, we'll be hearing from the people. This fight is not solely about the House of Representatives. This fight is about the very future of the country. This fight is a fight for which hundreds of thousands of compatriots have died from 1979 to 1980, from 1985 to 1990, from 1990 to 1996, from 1996 to 2003. And we can assure President Ouattara and his team that they have brought the Liberian people to contend with. So we are calling on you here now to begin to mobilize, organize, put together your water bottles, put together your sachets of water, and get ready to confront the tyranny that is emerging in President Ouattara. I believe this meeting will be conferring, will be mobilizing the motorcyclists, will be mobilizing our people in the communities. It's the civility of the Liberian people that keep you in power. So on all international partners to prevail upon President Ouattara to go back to address the nation, to wholeheartedly accept the ruling of the Supreme Court.
So you got it there now, folks. But this is where we are. Yeah, this is where we are.
Saying, my guy, your water. They mentioned talking as well. That is serious. Get your water. So, some of you, if I pass it back, you can drink to your hall.
Go get it.
Go get it. One sap on your head.
So, folks, wherever you are, we'd like to say good morning to all of you again this morning. It's time we will go to the line.
Yeah, this is how the people treat you.
Tell us exactly where you are. Today, you listen to the chairman there of the CDC that today, there was this planned protest. So, where you have the momentum, where we are with this matter, let's talk to our callers on the line now. Good morning, you like?
Good morning. Good morning, Weekie Nath.
Where?
I didn't want me to speak for the pension. Yeah, we did so sometimes I can be worrying like political party after 6 years and the people just crying for the one you don't see here. One night beat you,
yeah, go ahead, man, go ahead.
Okay, why not when they beat you, you go for empower, when they create another or people for something like autism or traffic, when they party where we can go in a party, do a party that offer job, the party get offer nothing. Besides, there are somewhere like create program, so we can see that make that play. You want to do a party? Ever. So I don't exactly bring part of my or nothing. You can create a whole other you can do, you know what to do. So after 6 years, you will damage your own self. And now, people come here and get it and stay don't worry. The next 6 years will bury them. You will bury in the country, the political ambition, you will die totally. Nobody will find that.
Okay, thank you.
But it is so
Okay, thank you, my brother. Let's talk to other caller on the line this morning. Let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning. Yeah, good morning, sir. That's it.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
This is Tommy Deeper, and I'm calling from here this morning.
You're welcome.
And I'm going to thank you guys for this, for the information and for the way you for that two people. I think some of the speaker. Yeah, that's the work to do. Everyone can do work. What do you think? I didn't know what this morning. Don't even want to get a keep on work. When you think there's no way I'm working out. I didn't know that course. Why are these talking to you guys? Why are they using the guys for the road meeting? It's not fair to the children. All the guys, very moderate. You want to use it for that political meeting. This money will get better. And you will follow the peace. Thank you for this money.
Thank you, sir, for being part of the conversation. And to all of you, welcome. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Morning, Pete.
Yeah, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, Father Bros.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My name is Pastor Gaius F. And I was just hoping that you would say something this morning. You just said that was when Mr. Cole said that we get motors and suddenly forget some of their wives, their children, their nephews, their cousins. And you know, that they all be on the front.
No, they're not talking that. They're only talking about motorcyclists.
And cyclists. I thought you were talking about this. He and his family first. The children not go to school. Even when they are 2-3 years old, they all get in the street, but the future is very important.
Yeah.
And when you go to the background, it's not even yet. There's somewhere in Ghana going to school, there's somewhere going to school. Why you talking about all boys to put their children in the street for their own understanding of English? The president said, I respect the ruling of the Supreme Court. I will work with the side I got quorum. The Constitution provides that and you get 37 immobilies. You can do it like the
But even the Supreme Court, the Supreme Court working quorum.
Exactly, because they are five.
The 5, 3 gotta be there. 3, other than less than that, nothing you can do.
And no doing a move. And when they are 5, 4 gotta agree. Or 3 gotta agree. 1, 2 agree, and another 3 does not agree. The rule does not hold. That's how it works. So nobody, the president cannot say he does not respect the rule of the Supreme Court. So we got the rule of the Supreme Court, the one the president will uphold. Meaning, the president will go there, the other one and other there, they go and rule your power down there and go. It says the right of the president to interfere with the function and working of the legislature.
The president should stay under the matter. The president, then is 18 more times the president is not talking, the president is speaking now, everybody's complaining. Okay, thank you, my brother. Let's talk to other callers. I know you might. Good morning, sir, JD.
My name is JB Johnson, calling from Glassman District 1, Miami County.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, Weekie. I'm well this morning, but I don't talk.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, we should speed and recover.
Okay, thank you, but to contribute to everyone, when getting the wrong goal, it would affect our children, the future of the nation. You're talking about Koro, and the Baptist said clear. He said you will work with the Supreme Court and the Koro. Let me say something this morning. I will follow President Joe Manuel. Use the father for
You're welcome, Mr. Johnson.
Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie Nath.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. My name is Josiah Smooth from the Water Peace Power. Over call 540. When you are looking at it, you time.
Go to the point.
To the point.
You're taking it to the point. What do I mean that time?
You know, I agree my heart. Almost with the young people, 90% of us in this country are child children. I don't know how we say anything. They all have suffered. They all are going through hard time. I want my children to go through hard time and struggle like me. Because the only good average is like a children or average parents came, what's like girl, now for the person to all these time without help, I want to children to die. I will think to change the narrative. So, say, people just will say here, if I China war control, China will go like Europe. What you have said in Europe, I think we said about accepting nature for reason essential. I said, I just want to children right here. You know what I'm saying? How many people want more time and they have skill points to use it? Yeah? All that much a program. We are providing and want to ask our government to make a program fruitful. When you want a free trade and tomorrow, you can put a little line, you get everything to the home. You don't get that direction. They want to go here, let's get that so they will get the whole outside now. Because the next one saying, the presidency, the president of our Nigeria, who is on our Nigeria Constitution, and even like chapter 6, rule 12 of the hostage rule. What is that? Before you conduct business, the hush process of all. Before you do business and not correction do business, under rule 12. How you gonna say that thing? What we had another government respecting, we saw that government for people, ruling. Why you will try to watch the room? All the time I said, rule 12. It's not about forum. You know how to do business.
Oh, okay, Josiah.
Okay,
Josiah.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, information books, and good morning, Islam ground.
Yeah, Webster, you're welcome. Go ahead.
The name you people to as ambassador is not free. We need to ground you people because you really serve as ambassador when it comes to the youth into this country. You look at the information books. Look at what is going on right now. We got councillors. They are paid for the labor tax. There is no value in speaking to even tell our brothers, don't step in there, don't go there, don't do this one. For information books and story vow. Whatever carry registration is set as ambassadors into this country. Look at what is coming to war right now. Look at speaking on it. I just like what they told information spoke on this morning. I really love it. If our other guys are listening, they really get it. My man, those guys are people that want the numbers when it comes to voting. They will always fool you people. They will always fool you people, so now we are example. We are example when it comes to those districts we are living in. And then like the two in which we fucking, if our brother will really get it. My advice to my other brothers outside there, my man, you get out here morning, get the way it's sort of information said, when you get out, you do a little prayer and go do your hustle. And come right back in. Do not put yourself into those people's business. Those people who are not our head. When they wear a costume, they don't know us. They don't know us again. They will even be brave or even catch you and tell you, say, you never even wrote your for me. I'm going to see you, my man, you broke up. Let us be very careful with ourselves, my brothers. The Almighty God will help in Nigeria will continue to guide us. Let us not involve ourselves into the people's business. Don't go there. Not your business.
Okay, what's up? Thanks for your contribution.
Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, Thomas Clinic, you call it by every house this morning. And good morning to the working audience. Every circle shall lose death in the and we look at hard and here. But let me be clear, the problem with this country is the lack of sound and quality education with many young people in education. For me, I just finished school.
they are experienced because it's joy, so you will draw, and it is cause. Don't cry out for your honest about this one. Where I was here as people in this nation, when the president of the nation, for children of their respect, the organic of the nation, for children of the God, that's what they do. There's something on our body. There's still for this one. They can't legitimate to speak up. They can't respect it, and they do something for the way. And the president supported the action. Also now, he has this escort of it. He has this video progress. What is the president telling us in this nation? We are not ready to explain all. Let's talk about it. I know this one graduate. No. We are into elections. We are highly educated. You play with words on speaking yourself. What does it do? What does it implement? If it force us executing the measure for the Supreme Court, no, he's not. And this country has to move forward. If there were 49 removers before, when you say they lack of all the challenges before, that created a own team of where they decided is pure law. That should be.
Okay, thank you. That gave other people the chance to talk. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Weekie. Good morning to Natl, and good morning to my friend people. I'm here to General Smith, now let me on that to answer the point. Because the president is president, my own boss, my senior. If you say that you work with those like Elganko, then I think you didn't expect me to suffer for because it's still for their former president, they are only that is why you do it. Because if you say you want to work with those like Elganko, majority blood Elganko.
So now let me ask you now, if the president now say you work with quorum, what's the error now? So if somebody don't have a quorum, how do the executive work with people? So how do they do it now?
Weekie, let me say to you, the president got a friend who got even if the president won't for his people to come for his party. That is why maybe in a break when I read all the thing, that is why he just use that water and won't put like that. But if they want for his people to come for his party and they put them come for his party,
is that why he said? Is that why he said that he wants the speaker to come for? Okay, thank you for your understanding.
You told the president you don't want saying it.
He lied. He wrote the president's speech. He thinking about the president.
Good morning, sir. Yeah, don't talk about it.
Yeah, thank you for the recognition. Ambassador, you cannot take, every time you tell me to hear a fast, so we did you. But it happened to be that we don't want to take your fast. You see, why the person I will say behind you, even at our Dillon. And when Dillon were coming in power, Dillon was very slim. But when I compare even our Dillon picture, we told picture. Right now, they don't get the part. And they don't get to myself, oh, look, the white is Spanish. No, the white is Spanish. We drove behind him. For real, Joshua wrote campaign for him. The father dream, closer to the campaign, also me. So what did I go to church? We went there. So we didn't allow to be using up. Because the reason that children here, that children in the country, they are going to go to school, but the key using up, we will keep permission. Look, so long we were either during the time we were there, we used to protest around for same protest maybe between my editor. I can never ever protest anybody.
It means you?
Anybody is for
Let me get on testing morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie Nath.
Good morning, sir.
This is Elijah Terry. What's the matter?
You're welcome, Elijah.
You see, the problem we're in the country, people have not understand what they call English or they go have some more than some. The whole government working in how to move forward and the president are well before. And the possible president of South, so president doesn't know the whole country, what they're not being done. I don't know what I can understand. How people can reach you when somebody says something. The man said, I will well with Kuru, and government well with Kuru, and president well with Kuru. But people just see, I don't know, that the men will still longer of the team for the whole Senate. So, just everything. Okay, thank you, God.
Okay, thank you.
All right, my brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also,
You're welcome, Master. Go ahead.
That is what I see more fair. Before you tell the person you want to see the whole project, you the party chairman, they are really party them. You provide they are president of the whole to come to put a money on your account. when all the women get appointed in the prison and get locked up for it. So I can't do all the care about all the people who say that they want to be protected by the people. The people don't want to say anything in the country. They're always on it. They are for themselves, they're not for the control. All the not for the creating, they want to get more people are taking. That is the music put in the country. I'm not beating them. These people now run around here, they're not taking seriously themselves. They don't want to beat him. They said, I'm going to support this anyway. I don't want to go also. I'm like, I want to run. They don't want to come. I do it. I'm not going to them. I won't go. I'm going to talk about it. But they don't want to that is stop it. Nobody want it. They're booking up. They're picking out. They're soon they begin. Look up. Why do this?
Right, go back and cost money.
Please, let's speak to this motorcycle thing.
Good morning.
This stereotype in a negative form.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Go ahead.
Good morning. Weekie. Good morning. And to you, the two brothers and Natl.
You're welcome.
And my father. Oh, thank you for the show. My attention has been drawn to the definition that is being given for the motorcycle. So they are the ones to do putting their hands with. They are the ones. They are the ones that are giving the wrong revelation. They are the ones that are looking at people used for the wrong people. They are the ones that have no dignity. You don't see them as people to dignify. That's just the revelation. Yeah, the politicians, these brilliant, yeah, these terrible, these devilish politicians. And you know, and every time you got people that say they are the hierarchy of the party, that love to be here, and you will hear them threatening the peace of the country. But I don't believe them before I leave. I believe scenario. Yeah, I believe scenario and I support for bench. Yeah, that you will want to accomplish the war and want to push the country into chaos. That's not a good thing. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being part of the conversation this morning. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning. 0775-919-919. Let me talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
My name is Mark. I include my calling for Solizon community.
Go ahead, sir.
We pray for you, Mori Manga, Mobini, Wasley, to protect the brave people. Weekie, the motorcycle yesterday, they know the motorcycle today. They got the motorcycle, they got some people, they are chiefs now. Nobody want to use the motorcycle for their personal advancement. If as well, just like you want under the left government, the government want to progress, not right to progress. So that's what they do. Motorcycle not want to listen to them. There are some people now, nobody want to use them for scapegoat. Thank you.
You're right.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Brian. Good morning, Mr. Bush.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, this is a lot of comment here, but respectfully to say.
Okay.
My intention of the general statement of let me say this to the public. Cool. I don't want you to be a psychologist in Africa. The people don't want to be a motorcycle. So there are many psychologists who are in plan, who are prepared. But because of the situation, they find themselves in certain dimensions that our leaders cannot maneuver to open the corridor for them to be employed in certain directions, both private or government. Because of that, some of us in that direction. So I don't want you to feel that he is doing the right thing for the psychologist, or he doesn't restart the psychologist to go in the wrong direction, unless he uses a strategy by planting people among the psychologists to behave rightfully, because bad riding is not a training anyone can go and ride. So when you do that, it's okay for you. Because no period of time that he ever motorcycle riders into the national project or benefit of the institution to be a talent, but people still all of that don't know how ability. So they should not come to ground for the people in any direction to restart psychologists or even restart people that didn't bread the board and give the government in any direction that will be a strong leader. Whenever they do it, we will get at them.
question would get at the meeting.
Thank you. You lie.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, my name is Shukam. I'm going to get nutrition.
Go ahead.
Yeah, now I really want to know what is the word quorum? The word quorum, what it means? I really want to know.
The word quorum, actually, in the term is that to do business, or you must have certain numbers before you have meeting and say, oh yeah, you call for a meeting, and you want the meeting, only 2 persons there. You people are more than 10, people are more than 15, 2 persons will have meeting and make decision on behalf of the rest of the other folks. So the number should be at least 2/3. It should be half or pretty close to half at least.
But then, why we keep having our own case? Because the minority doesn't have a quorum, right? And the majority has a quorum.
And whatever decision the quorum will take, once that number there is binding. Whether you were absent and you were present, but that number is the one that's supposed to discuss matter.
But then, this year it just finished. That's why the president said those that have quorum are going to work with them. So why are going people stay doing sorry, all around here? Very hard to understand people. The message I would have what those that have quorum. So the constitution can say people that have quorum. And what is SLU making us around here? What is SLU making us? Look, that would be a clear that our country goes sour. What investors look at in this country? Well, let's say that we go over, we say that they want to go over. We're not going anywhere.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. All right. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie, and good morning, Natl.
Good morning. Go ahead.
This is the airport like an outgoing contact of investor this morning. First of all, I may appreciate you guys for always being there for the Liberian people. And I pray that God will grant you people your heart desire. Now to the topic on this discussion. I want to use the medium to call on every citizen, on every constituent district to rise up and engage their lawmakers, the youth president, the men president, the women president. Let them engage their lawmakers. What am I saying? When they engage their lawmakers, those lawmakers will be able to withdraw their signature on that majority block so that at least the country will be at peace. Because where we are now, sorry to say, but we are not far from war. Because there are a lot of words coming from all angles. And that which we don't pray for it, our future will soon all go out, not go anywhere. When I even enter in our future, when I even enter in the age of 30, if this happens, what becomes of us? Just because of self-healing or self-enhancement, this is what they are doing this for. There is a need for which as a citizen to rise up to engage our lawmakers, and at least this country will be at peace. Thank you.
Thank you as well. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Obi. I'm calling from the Reference Monitoring this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, one good thing we in Liberia we forget about. Our former president John we have told us we should put the country above the party. Why we putting the party above the country all the time? That's just why I want to tell the people that are fighting for power. Let us put the country above the party. Thank you.
Thank you. That's a good one. Let's hear you.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm here.
Thank you. I'm reading the second last of Peter McCollum, and I'm joining by the third district number 9 Moscow County as the pro-position. So, I listen to the topics, especially when the opposition stakeholder and also said the sharing of good mind, having a press conference, and they're very faculty. Well, I hear some people debunking the faculty or the statement they are the opposition. I don't know whether they can still retrospect when yesterday, when our president against the worker, that is the letter that was in his way to the end of Liberia. There was
Can you send all that recording? No. I'm asking. No. Yeah, I beg you, be disappointed, but I'm telling you, my man, please listen to me now. This is, maybe you don't understand now. This is not your show. You don't come and spill all information that is not appropriate for the public. So if the president said that, while you're vice president, can you say that? That's what I'm asking. If you got it, send it. Yeah, that's what I said, but he's president now. So if he said it, bring it down. So can you say it? Which year he said it? Yeah, send it now. Send it now. The other day you call, you say you saw the president kneeling down in a court
I mean, you get
to testify. No, so now when people come to the public to market their ignorance,
Peter McCauley will never stay in line with conversation.
Yeah,
he always want to have nothing he want to. We talk about motorcyclists. Prince Terry telling this country here, he brings everything up.
Good morning to Ambassador Nath, Ambassador Weekie.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, thank you for your platform this morning. You see, in the country, every evil word that people will be speaking on the station, we send it back to the sender. Nobody is praying for war to come back in the country. We are not prepared for war. So anybody talking about war is coming, we see war is coming back in that period, we send it back to the sender. The only thing we have to do right now, one thing spoiling the country, we have to know, and you have to get it there, you have to sit down and set that way is the freedom of speech. That the one spoiling the country and you go or you come down, freedom of speech. That is spoiling the country and my brother. So the people there are using motorball rather than for them to go protest. They were in power yesterday and nothing they do in the country alone. I sat down with one policeman, they see the big policeman doing Georgia regime. The man saying that the man can send somebody money in the country to she can support somebody in the country. The time they went to go to that data rally, she was there, she went, she gave her own rally, she paid her money. So the man said, I will call her man for her to not send money to the woman again. Because during Georgia time, I saw money going to Georgia house. Policeman, big policeman, he said he saw money going to Georgia house. The country not for CDC, the country not for the party. And for everybody in the country, and then they come to us here, the motorball rather they will come up, they will prepare water, go on the road is free, nobody blind in the country yet. We're thinking how our children will go to school today and tomorrow. Nobody thinking of protest, you're thinking for your show, brother.
No, they got a right to someone to do, but we just want it peaceful, but don't call a particular.
But do we always use this as a means of finding remedy to our problem? Should we also use the young people who are motorcyclists?
Go money or yeah.
Thank you very much for the show this morning. I really invite you this morning for the show. Tell one thing. This guy there, I'll get it Bible. People don't treat it very well. If he starts the women are holy, my son lost his teeth. Nobody for the animal. They are with it. I had to get them in the country. The people that have lost their teeth. So they're not their enemy. So they are business.
Let's say nobody should train the motorcyclists. The people who are second class people, they don't count. They're only there for the use.
The people that are going to be so more than that people say. So they should not use for politicians to be representing our capital. So thank you very much for the show.
Thank you. That's all. Good morning.
Morning, Weekie. And let me say good morning now. My name is Abraham Sasson Cherry. I joined from District 4 Sokonet. So I hear Unity Party defender who are against protestation to the one yesterday, they have put, they have coal, a live fire in the middle of the Kuta, sending message to the Osawa, to Naka and Vet into Natl. They are taking protestation today to be issued. They were briefing celebrating protests yesterday when who is planning with all failed politicians in the country. All now they 200 protests around everyone of them. They stood in Telewater, they marched, they said to make the then government up during the engine protest. Then the president was sacrificed. It was the government to generate zero funds for the motorcycle and then told them for the street, the town who told them to do that. But we're not sincere, our conscience in the country. But we're not sincere.
So Zanago is supposed to be calling motorcycles to join in the vote protest? Why he's not talking about carrying his family? Why he's not talking about carrying his family? You're not talking about motorcycles. Why are you? What you call baby? That you don't want to get the answer that you playing it? I'm gonna go sit down because you one person too that are getting whacked. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie.
Go ahead.
Thank you. A pleasant good morning to Natl. This is the voice of Joseph Kokoi, and I call this morning from Magibi County. Weekie, I appreciate the both of you. And those opposition leaders continue to play one drum. You know, I continue to find it difficult to listen to the opposition. The fact remains that they have nothing to offer to the ordinary masses of this country. The last 6 years, I then listened to the former vice president in 2-hour terror. When you cry, right, and then today, you are asking the current president to upheld or to obey, to live by the Supreme Court ruling. And in my mind, the president has done nothing wrong. He has done nothing wrong. Or the president said, I will do business with the guys that have my territory. I will do business with those that have the number. So if I can confirm, please, I have the number, or a call, you can call it to say something on cable, but to be one drum and one say to the opposition, we are not anywhere. For the last 6 years, we sustained the debate. We stood down. When you are saying we did not say the last 6 years, we stood our ground with the former president.
Yeah, but we don't, thank you, we don't want to reach.
But the problem about the folks, they mix him two different things.
Yeah. You know what? You know the mistake people keep making, and what we said, and listen. Everybody had the opportunity to improve the lives of our young brother and sister. Some of the courts are not bad, are not wrong. But come to think about that, if you said this, what happened in the last 6 years? The Jangako, as Controller General of the Republic of Liberia, his party was in position. What did they do for the motorcyclists? What capacity they built for them? What was the fund allotted in the national budget for them? What was the vocational training that you want to recommend to government now that they need to do this? When you have citizens on that place, sitting inside position to control all. Controller General of Liberia.
And Ambassador, it's so unthinkable.
Then you come back now today, you want to use those very same people that you yesterday to claim the lava, that you claim and you abandon them. You come back now, you want to put yourself in a position like you are with them. It is the right for anybody to assemble. The only thing it must be done peaceful. You got the right to put your placard or to call for government to adhere to the citizen call where there's major concern. These things are your entitlement, it's constitutional. But when you come on this public media, please be mindful. Regardless of what kind of friendship you want to have with us. For me, my friendship knows no bullet. Once you cross even, it will hit you. Also, will laugh. But when you are spelling up, because we are on the race online. Every single person around the world that will tune in will follow it. You know, we want the YouTube channel. People listening. So please come and take the political government and look at the key issue. You're not concerned if they say Yeah, and the audio. That other man sent I told him the same word.
You never get man.
He said, God President Baga said, when he win, they're going to go for
you will not get any man. But the issue I want to say is why, especially I'm disappointed in our young folks. If something was wrong yesterday, does it make it right today?
And that's why we keep saying.
And we're still using this in order to protect our democratic governance. And it's wrong. Oh, your government do everything. So we must do our own.
So when do we correct these things?
So we are not rebranding or using models that can help us. No. Why are we, like I said, why is now political parties not calling the motorcycle community, the Yana boards, let's have a conference.
And you know, these are some of the things they use because they take advantage of the level of poverty and ignorance and illiteracy in our country to get to permanence with these people who will now reason as compared to them and will think that.
And you will see them when they marching. That parents, they are going to carry a car and get there and go sit inside.
They may be marching with water that is very cool.
Y'all be there,
but you will see people who will be marching. They will see you standing by the roadside. So one person will jump on that because they know you. That person knows you will come and say, oh, but the fire man on buy water. But the people who carry the people, you see people coming back with a slipper in their hand, walking on the quota very high.
They will leave going for food to eat.
Before you make a man, the man has disappeared.
Let's change the narrative.
You will not see the end of God. The man will disappear.
Let's provide results. It's not to say that say opposition in a liberal political landscape, you cannot proffer no ideas.
No, that's
you cannot help the partner who talking. That sees you employing. Why is he not seeing this as a means to transform the minds of our young people? Let's be true to ourselves. Let's use our kids. Let's use a model that can change the narrative. Even just one approach might change the whole process. But it must just be over and over. What because today protester, charter protester, people protest people protest, we are the protesters. So we must protest today. Does it make it right?
And it's not even wrong for them to even protest. But what do you hope to achieve in it? Have you been able to study and change it and say, okay, we do it this way? We think, but if we keep repeating the same form of protestation over the period of time and we can't get the result, how do we change it around? How do we get the result? How do we get the needed result? It is your right to do that, but are you doing it to get result, or you doing it to gain permanence? You doing it for you to be known, or you doing it so people can know that even though you know the whole power, but you can be heard. That people know that you're around. We know all of the political strategies that people put into place.
But it's wrong.
But when you do these things, you do it not for yourselves. And we repeat. You allow me say, me and my family will be there. You say motorcyclist.
You will bring water.
Why you are not concerned? Who told you that because you're in opposition, you can't employ? Mineral water company all around here. The vast land, farming can take place. Do you know when you start, you say, oh yeah, I got my farm. I got 10, 15 acres. Plenty cassava. You know why? It means when you take some of your partisan or your supporters over there and they harvest it and you sell it and you give it back something to them for to put food on the table for themselves. You know what you have done for them? You have empowered them. So just imagine. When you come to, you only want to come to power.
Yeah, well,
you want to come to power before you show that you got vocational school over there. Show the people how many times you have graduated people. These are things that you should be focused on.
But the very political parties don't even have the mind to speak to their political party and say, let's do the right thing.
All the political parties must have that same ideologies continuously. And today, when the party leaves from power, they go back to that same old behavior.
Now, all them pretend to be broke.
They start talking about press conferences, talking about organizing people to have protests. Just the same old style. Which party will come with new narratives and put mechanisms into place? Yeah, we're here now this time around to do this. When you hire another, man, we get money, we know opposition. So when you come to power, you say that before you lose money, you just take it and run your party. Is that how things are? We got to understand some of these things. Yesterday, people went to protest. Your counter-protest people and beat them, they get them. Somebody almost died. Or have you forgotten? On July 26th? Have you forgotten what you did to the U.S. Embassy when the man who have said fix the country?
So the country already fixed.
Of which the former president denied there was no council of patriot in the political party, but you mentioned the Jaga Ko. Organizing it in his press conference. When he was given the chance to speak, that the CDC got council of patriot, but the former president denied it. That if you support him, you should not be involved in the violence. And fine, because there no council. But yet we stay here now that you recognize it as the chairman of the party. We must read the history here again. You beat people, you make people, you told people things. Why protesting? Counter-protest. There was another counter-protest that should have taken place again when the ANC and other people decided to go and have a protest. It took the former chairman, the former youth chair of CDC, said anybody that get in the street, they'll go to put people in the street on it. And the chairman had to speak in that matter at the time. Mobaki Molu said, no, let the people have it. The retired protest at the or march that the National Congress where they found somebody with a weapon that today we have not gotten anything other than where they wanted to use the sports complex to gather there, and they said they were using a fee so the people when they came outside.
The country just said when they buy a sample, buy the sample.
Let's talk to other callers on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Weekie. Good morning to the ambassador.
You're welcome, sir.
My name is Derek Sina, and I'm joining from Cincinnati.
Go ahead.
Like you said, Weekie, to protest against everybody right constitutionally. But the question is, what will benefit me? What am I going to benefit? Since years, there was no program organized, not like the Saturdays or Weekie, but even the youth. No program was organized for the youth. Here is NPTC. How many times you can recall doing the citizen of citizen the point of graduate?
The people have to go to protest. I know about that.
Thank you. NPTC. When last the point of graduate, even the University of Liberia, 6 years, when the 2000 the point of graduate were living in line with the country. Wherever December is graduation month for the University of Liberia. But not the citizen regime. Nothing. So can you tell me to work?
No, the product graduates. Let leave that part. I go to.
I listen to the former vice president calling for chaotic protest. Oh God. So you guys living at the expense of poor taxpayers. Just yesterday you were crying or complaining. You're not getting a benefit and sending them out. Who do you not benefit? It is the Liberian people. Then you thought you're calling for dialogue or roundtable discussion. You're calling for chaotic protest. All because your children are out of this country, living a slow life, and you guys have a problem where you're still living at the expense of taxpayers. Liberians, we are coming a long way.
Let's continue.
Thank you, Weekie.
Yeah, thank you. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Morning.
I know you already spoke. I will not continue without me. Good morning. How you want to talk? You go straight to the point. You're live. Go ahead, sir.
People forgot when they went to Dr. Brother and put on things on and disgrace them. And it was from the one girl by crazy cat. A lot of these crazy cats, so that they go there. And I actually people present that they go more there by Natl. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's talk to other callers. You live? Okay, let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks and Mr. Faris and Mr. Kamat, which are from Congo.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yes. That means some going to the election audience. I guess calling the people on the House of Representatives to please stop the issue and let the person do their job. And to say another statement, I think Yangako, we need to put them just together because the same people that you, when the former president said that he want to come back from president, the same people can come back and say that we will show the government that they see what it's going to do. Thank you for the program.
And for me, I've said it times over number, you can't rule out former president. We are coming back to power. But it's about how they conduct themselves right now. Because sometimes you might be so desperate and you think the means of getting back to power, you have to do this. And you could make your very self or your party unpopular that the electorate will say, well, what, people didn't show you any sign that when they come, they will lead. They just want to say these things.
Yeah.
That's why
the taste of what you want to keep.
You have to start selling the party, rebrand the party, change the idea and the narratives. The philosophy you used the last time, that methodology, and if you see it, all the parties that contested that they now win by this time, you should go back and have some more reflection. What are the missteps? What are some of those things that we did not do?
Sure.
You start to work on it. But you keep the power, you left with the sink and being moved, you left on power, you stay angry, and you're not trying to reconcile it and say, look, we can have this thing change. The Unity Party, after 12 years, they were kicked out. They came back asking. The elected said, no, 12 years, you have a chance. Go sit down, let's try to different people. Group of people came for another 6 years. What they did, the elected said it was not enough to have them re-elected. They brought back the Unity Party. You can be the same, they will bring you back tomorrow. But what are you doing in your opposition? You come back to your old style? You're campaigning for other people?
And that tendency of you did this thing, so we are saying we'll do this thing.
Because this person did this, so you got to do it. So we just see it. That's what we say, the culture of impunity and allow these things for it to be happening. And like you were saying something the other day night, nothing or yesterday. Is there somebody political party that can go into election where we get 2%, 1%? Let them go and they will not even come to contest.
But let men our laws, ambassador. Because what else you get wrong?
So that the election in Natl against 0.8.
Yeah. Then you know the next election will contest again. What essence? Go sit down and do your work. Do your work so that you must be found inside the threshold. But you can be having election, we have political party here, it's just here big, somebody don't even have representation in the rural parts of the country, other counties, they don't exist.
When they won't be political party, they go looking for members.
Well, you see that those that put after election, they start lobbying with the government that been elected by the people. Then they are the one that bring bad government.
They will be able to submit 10,000 signatures to election commission. Then time of election, 10,000 people can vote.
You can't even get a number 10,000 if I put for you.
This country, you know, oh yeah, the person did this, and we are repeatedly stated what was wrong yesterday.
But the person
right today.
You know, so the person who try to make us true, listen. When they say multi-party system, it means one have 50, one have 25. No, things are multi.
Amen.
Because some of the parties we they are so useless with their existence in this country. You were here, you saw what happened to the PLP. Yes, soon, Telekasa died, is I playing support to another political party.
Morning, sir.
Thank you. My name is N. Patrick Bella. When I speak to you from Painesville, Weekie Nath, I think Liberia is a country where we need to understand that it should not be about individual interest, but rather the country interest. But at times, you know, I tend to be like worried when people who we should expect to be putting country interest first are putting their interest first, creating this issue of fear mongering among citizens. You know, you listen to people who have served this country, I don't know, because they feel the enjoyment is not for they alone, so they come, when they are not in power, they make statements that will create terror in citizens. And we can tell them, right, for the last 6 years when we were here, we only talk. We were talking and the people were listening. So you could do the same thing, all the, staging, all sorts of things like protest, what's that? Now, jump on the Liberian market. Commodity prices are skyrocketing simply because of these things. People are not wanting to bring their, commodity to this country. Just go out for a sausage right now, Weekie. Sausage is sold for $50 Nigerian dollar. Which, for the last month, it was sold for $30. But today, you ask for one sausage, they say $50. These things should be worrying our leader instead of creating turmoil in the country. Like the statement coming from the former vice president. That statement, she could even be arrested for that. You got no right making such a statement will make it chaotic. What's that? When you are here as vice president begging for your benefit, somebody ever said that to you? I think it's unfortunate the part of these people. If Bob becomes president of Liberia, what the everyone wanted that door, they wanted the door stay down, they tell you expire, and of course we can put the right president there. But for people to
Thank you. Let's go talk and depend on that, bro. Let's good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Weekie Nath. I'm going from this country.
You're welcome.
No, even before Molu, for some old no, we don't even buy that race. That's what I know. Molu, I'm not every 12 years in power. Molu, I think I'm going to keep it around here. When King found it, we are sitting here. Molu, I'm going to kill you here. They call it Gazi talk. The one thing is Molu, Molu, you and nothing will tell you that not to. If you say Molu coming to me, I want to do law. I'm not going because of the OP. Say, wow, you went to,
Yeah, the men are going to make grievous allegations.
Yeah, against the former president.
Against the former president, before he gave female where he would sleep with them.
Yeah.
The man want money kind of country and say, "Yo, bring my own." We sat down with life. Nobody talk about these things. The chairman of the party openly stated that this man, the former president, was corrupt. He was begging, he advised them not to do it. But the change, he said the change had been thwarted. Yeah. And we said, sometimes we're supposed to say some of these things. We tend to overlook it.
Nobody should talk. When time comes.
Some of you know what President Parker is doing right now. You don't want to talk, but when he sack you or when he no longer in power, then you can't say you want to explain. When will we change for the good and the betterment of this country? Some of you, you know Jagago? Or the regime of former President Eddie Jagago working here in Ghana? Jagago was there at the GSC as control. So if you think they have somebody who just being around because you see in the political space, you gotta understand some things.
Okay, we need to change the narrative in this country.
The same way through the Unity Party led government. On any birthday, they have press conference, they play to give a birthday package with insults. They drove off on the party or they suspended some people, they sent some people away. Today, you see someone else say they drink homecoming. And it's time people in a party chasing or he be senator now because the party will not function when he get money, they go back for him, they bring him back to the party. As the political leader of the party.
Yeah. The other officials of the party must come back. They did just on from the other party to the other party. And the one thing that Brent put on understand that they put their surviving. Come on, Mr. Scully.
I have one question. Who got bread in their father's house?
What a father.
We want to see that one right now.
Right. As I say, I a child in my father's house, anything I say should be a father. Because I know that Joseph Bola should go back, the president should go back, and we will join the statement.
Yeah, Jagapo is instructing the president to go by and Jagapo.
The president should go back.
Yeah.
And the president should go and tell the nation that he should go back and join the statement. That's why I moved out there for the president of the nation. Before he said it, he meant it. And if there's no organization, yes, minority take the lead, no. Majority will always take the lead. So that why the man say he will make president with majority. The wife was taken about the cabinet he was doing it. Tell people who want their family and say your child died. So the very old people are pressing up. So that get up for people say they money. I'll tell you.
But the very same people did not protect or let me say something here, did not protect Honorable Fonati Kofa.
No!
There were folks who even in the CDC, I say who were better than he was even speaker because as far as concerned, he was never there from the beginning with
this. Listen, man, walking their way.
Yeah. Because the man said he will be speaker for the nation. And he will be speaker. Not because he's from opposition, so he made anything that government sends, he will block it, he will obstruct it. He started saying, oh, the man was going to invited the man from Liberty Party. You know, the man from Liberty Party chairman now. He said, oh, the man from Liberty Party. The man are the Liberty Party man. The man ain't our interest. You campaign against your own man, things start turning up bad. You have the speakership for your party, the deputy speakership from your party. Where went wrong now? You got more lawmakers. Today, why they don't talk? You know how many citizen lawmakers on the other side?
But still,
yeah. They didn't listen to the party. These are some of the people who part and parcel of the problem that we face today. But you're looking for somebody to shape the blame up. When it started with the very same people. You got people from the United Party that began from Atikoba. You got people from the United Party that were really home. It makes. We are not speaking to our people. These people claim to be party disciplined people from various parties. They will be humble because they won't get there when they get there. They will not listen to the party. You're not concerned about that because you take any Tom Jack from behind the fence and bring it and say, oh yeah. Get one Tom J. Harry, you say, yeah, you can. Get one Jack Riley from somewhere behind the whole can. The man stand in your hand.
And the problem,
why would the deputy speaker who was legally elected and still being recognized by the Supreme Court and all other folks be honored a man who you refer to as a legal speaker? What is he doing there now?
Nobody talking that one.
You're not focusing about that. This is a man who came from your party. You suspected he said he listening to you. You expect he acting like he's not even looking at you. At 5%, he said doing what he's doing. You saw that you made a man so powerful, the man gone in your hand. We create monsters in this country for ourselves.
Nobody telling they're getting angry with the president at quorum, but nobody telling Thomas Farah, the deputy speaker, or speaking against him, who they are expelled, that he is honor a legitimate speaker or illegitimate speaker.
They said they are arriving, you as legitimate deputy speaker say, okay, yeah, now we'll take charge.
Yeah.
We saw it when they started having that conflict with
him.
When they started, they had Baji talk over.
You saw the time they were calling the roll. They were talking for were calling the roll.
Yeah.
The man who said the speaker was sitting there.
And that the deputy speaker sworn in and the
main speaker.
So you can read, you can follow these things. You know? Then you want shit blame on us. I got voting right over there. I'm telling you about what I'm 40, what happening over there. People obsessed with power. People want to show their strength politically in this country. That's where we are. That's what got us to where we are. Then one man can say, so the other person kneeling down. The other man made a statement. I can see I'm checking my phone, the thing can say you will send it. Send it out.
I said,
good morning.
Yeah, because my lot of village is very sensitive.
Yes, sir.
You see, Weekie and Nath, this is a brother that they will very well not be out here about it. You know, we are so bitter this morning, but I will not discuss my anger in that kind of conversation or be abusive.
No, they'll be moderate.
This is very, very, very serious. They are not, that's no way better. They are not clear and listen. You already got target. You got people, you are telling people, you are dismissing people, you are telling people are biased, you are telling people in a party as a hypocrite. Don't just mean it. And you know, and see why you are right now involved with it. And for the good of the country. The 6 years, we read this book, and just as one reason. Well, you see, we can even imagine we're spending over the time. This is one reason we have another. They are the very reason. They are the very reason. And you see today, so is this how we want to come to power? It's only not. Whoa. If this is how you want to. Thank you, my brother.
We push you in 7 leg.
You making a man unpopular, that is actually saying you're making a man popular. We tell men say they extended invitation to the former president to help about bailing for a seat, non-permanent seat. He said, remember, I go there. You are good thing doing for him. Then you see the former president there. Good morning. Good morning, go ahead.
And that is a pleasant good morning to Liberian following the show. As usual, I phone from District 4, and this is the voice of Abu Ibu. Weekie Nath, I was applauding both this morning for all of their analysis. You see, I was just asking myself a question as to whether there is a law in our constitution that prevents people who are in opposition from helping the Liberian people. For me, running campaign in this country is very easy. I say this to say, if you are in opposition and if you see the current leadership going in error, why don't you capitalize on the error of the current leadership and make the difference? That is to say, if you say that they are suffering, maybe right crisis hard, what are you doing opposition to help Liberians to get right? If you say that good health sectors in the country, what are you doing as opposition to help Nigerians? Because you may say it is the responsibility of the government to look after its citizens. But if the government is not looking after its citizens, what are you doing? Since you're in opposition, is it just by calling on people to get in the street and protest? And that has been a timetable from day one, like you people are saying, and which is wrong. And I hope Liberians can be far-sighted enough to get to understand that the people are using us as tools to go to power. Because, mind you, when people were in opposition in the Unity Party, they did the same thing. And now the Unity Party is in power. Now the Unity Party is in power, Tunisians now are in opposition. They want to use the same timetable method to power. And you understand that when they get to power, they will do the same thing. You're talking about this government of holding the rule of law. Then I care to ask you, you are in opposition. People are paying the current president to go back to the media and retract his statement. He said that you are upholding the rule of law. The Constitution supports you to subject a certain president to do what you want the president to do. You call that upholding the rule of law. How can you say you are also upholding the rule of law when you understand that probably the people are sorry, when you're calling on them to go into the street to tell on
Okay, thank you. You know, and this is the very same thing that we talk about. You know, political parties in this country, some of you are won election, some of you representative, senators, people who have been re-elected, or your first time asking you have won. But your failure to even educate the people how to vote. Show me the political party that carry the vote. You never do I go there and say, vote number one. Somebody go, you how Why can the invalid vote and the valid vote be almost running neck to neck? Why it is true NEC has that responsibility to make sure to provide civil education? You as a political party who's seeking power, you as an individual, are you educated people? You get people, somebody go, they bowl somebody eye on the paper, they say they busting the man eye, then they go to your own. They put X in the other man, then they go to your own, they correct it. Invalid vote. You are not even concerned about that. How do you provide the necessary education? You got people in your political parties, all your, they don't even know the party constitution. They don't have copy of it. You don't fix. You don't make copies to say let this be, let people know the party constitution to know what are the political who they all left partisan or support the political party. Can they check it? Their political leader, they just there with a name. The people fooling you people, so when you claim to be intellectual, but you got nothing to contribute. Your entire focus is just being blinded by the wrong things. You give one organization cannot take you from one stage to the next. Or you join the same political party at the same time, but you're not able to pay 3-4 houses, you stay in the same position, you still being used for protest, you still being used for battle cry, you still being used as full soldier. You there for them to tell you this, go through stones. Yeah. So when you carry scarves on you today, the children are home. You go to the houses, they don't even allow you people to enter. You stand outside, if the gates, sometimes they come in, they open their car, they get into it, they open the gates, they will pass by you people. You'll be thinking, yeah. When they say the person corrupt, allegation, the person can't the code, you go, you stay there. But you eat this much money.
You go carry placard.
You carry placard.
When they say your chon rack.
You'll go for protest, the man carry a bottle of water with ice in it. After some time, you send somebody, a car parking somewhere, after some time, you send somebody to one of the nearby fast food centers to bring his shawarma. Whether it's chicken tap or the meat tap, or say, go get me my hamburger or whatsoever. Get me fried rice. The man sit in there, or get me a bottle or champagne, get me a bottle or the wall or Hennessy, you know.
Man, enjoy yourself.
Get me a bottle of Bassi.
Imagine eating his breakfast.
Then you come out and say, where we are?
Your umpa, you are inside a day yellow.
Political parties. Let you measure every own. You're in the race. You're in a race. You criticize the CDC or that the government did PLP, that was cassette. Some of the men died. They're not benzene, DJ Bluetooth, the men party, they carry straight, trumpet in CDC. The party that you criticize, you said you got the man who had the party die. In split second, the decision changed.
Man, who you're running again, the party over to him. So why are you running? Why are you contesting? But why you get the election? You just want to fill the numbers or maybe they play crowd and so confuse the electorates?
Yeah.
Or you want you to put and you see, this is a deception. And after they have failed miserably in the election process in terms of accumulating numbers, they go down the lobby to get in government. Then they go, they struggle in the government that they are going because they know that they were fighting for the same position that the president in or the president have won in. So they go there. You see, the deception in our country. You see, others, we speak against other country so unknowingly, wicked. But because they got love for that country, you see them working together to have the country developmental agenda achieved. They don't go because of my party or my time, I want to become president, I want to become lawmaker. No. Because all of you have one common agenda. It's to serve the people of the country. But in Liberia, it's not. It's to serve self-interest. For the past years, around here, now they two politics on. United Party CDC, United Party CDC, United Party CDC.
You know, they want to do like America, the Democratic Republic.
Yeah.
They are constructed in the things.
You'll be bored. This country deserves better. Let's change the narrative. Yeah. We have been carried on there one protest based for me. there saying president got right, but let's change the narrative.
Yeah.
Let us host conference. Let us have dialogues. Let us find a way how. Imagine, I'll ask this question: how much money did the people collected to the so-called membership due? Are they having considerations of meetings where they can strategize that portion of those money go back to support the member of the party?
No. The first thing, the political parties in this country, by the election law, they must be able to have the financial record published.
They would never do it.
They are not even doing that. People in political parties don't even know the account of the political party. So, oh yeah, that the account, I don't have to go for one rally, I can just go deposit. I can send it to this number, I can send it to this account. Now, if you said you had this rally for people to pay due, give the people the first report. On the first 2 days or 1 week, this is what we generated. You have $1 million rally intended to build headquarters across the country for the party. You did not construct one. No accountability up to this time. You didn't go for a rally, they finish on a rally, they do not tell the people how much money was raised.
No.
MPP, the same old thing. They got properties, people are renting from them annually, people paying them some money. Where the money going? But the partisans are still languishing in poverty. You're not helping them. You only want to use them because you are accepting.
Let's not to the party because those dues, there are some people who are well off, they can afford to pay. But let's look at the party, there are some downtrodden, there are some less fortunate people. How can we amend their lives? But nothing. But the way they can use the downtrodden children when they go to rally to protest.
And let me tell you that there are professional people in these political parties. Some of them, they are doctors, nurses, accountant, lawyer. Take for instance, 2-3 lawyers in one political party put together to go open our law firm. You can employ other people, whether that's to clean up, to make a pay tally, whether that's somebody that's errand board, whatsoever. At the end of the month, you get in some cases, you know, things are coming, whatsoever. Someone you can open insurance company. Oh yeah, the man at the insurance company. You get people employed, agents all on the fee. Mineral water company. You got farm. There are some things that you can do. Sure, claim that you got money. You want to lead the country.
But you won't see that's happening.
Go to so many people that are claiming to be political leaders. All the people that are working for them, none of them are in the party. Some of the people from the party, they get sick. They go there and say they got money. When you die, then they make dead body soup. They take your body from one point to another. They tow it. They carry it to party headquarters. They carry it to the other district. They carry it to the other side.
Yeah. Jumping over back.
Then they go, yeah. Then the other man, he was living. The man was very disrespectful to him. Rude. He called Prince Joseph dictator, criminal. Prince Joseph died. He joined the main party. The man was living. What kind of deception is this? Yeah. The man was living. He joined the main party. So the man died. He joined the main party.
Look at the deception all
over the main body.
Inside and outside.
The main body. Today they post for him as the best president and made him senator. What kind of politics you can be preaching in Liberia? The other man died to the main party. And after the man finished criticizing the incumbent, so the man died to the main party. I want you born. I want you get the party.
Deception.
When will we change? Will we change for the good?
Okay, let's use our young people for the right reason. Let's reach for the job. Let's change the course. We have been doing one thing for too long that they're not giving us results. You imagine, Weekie. Who had the rest right? Check how many years have passed by. One, say government cannot go, say let me farm, let get farm. Which one original party have come and said, let's make a farm?
No, but yes, when I tell you the kind of acres of land they got across, say in my village or in my town goes, but can you start doing rice production? Plenty cassava, plenty arrows, and all of these things, corn, pepper, bitter ball, and say, yeah, I will have, pineapple, watermelon based on the season, and say, or even poultry. You can get involved in eggs. Yes. You start selling eggs. Eat chicks. People buying chicken. You're begging them and whatsoever.
We should do what
you can get into fishery.
Say the government there, no problem. The government get all leverage. We go into the bush side, we make a half farm. You hear some of them, they start making fun every day.
0775-919-919, are the two numbers you can send the calls on to be part of the conversation. Yeah, 0775-919-919, These are some of the things that talk to this fellow. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, and good morning, Libera.
We'll say it today. Say you want to and we're not going for that.
Okay, I know, but I agree with you because yeah. I'm everyone's answer calling for Kisika. Lord, we need you always think about going back here. I can leave the country because we can't get nothing good for here. I mean, you are there 6 years, you planted every other things that were bad are there. Nobody, but even when they say you coming from airport, when you go to the other Lord to pass on the other side, that problem. When they make you know that problem. So what want to happen? They want to discount this guy from this place. And one thing you know, I'm not disappointed with CDC because CDC is noted to be a pressure group. So when it's striking, I mean, having those kind of campaign, I don't have a problem with that. I only have a problem with it when it takes state power. Government will not do nothing. Thank you so much.
Good morning. There are some very good potential guy in the CDC or in other political parties. They know exactly the scope. Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning. Information pros and history and back.
Good morning, sir.
So, this is free for Nigerian point from power thing for the second one. You know, it is their constitutional right to assemble or to protest. Because there are a lot of things this regime promised the people of Liberia, and they are not living up to their promises, their campaign promises that they had. Number one, when it comes to the rice price in the country. Number two, when it comes to the U.S. rate, when it was in President Weah regime, when the U.S. rate started increasing, the opposition party, which is the orange ruling party, criticized it. Now we have gone for almost 3 months. The U.S. keep in one position. We heard the Prime Minister saying it was because of the season. Why now the season has passed? We have gone 3 months after the season. The U.S. taking off the same position. Are you concerned about the death rate increasing on the street, on the daily basis? It was the same in the past regime. But then, it is their right to protest. There are a lot of reasons to protest. But then those people that are organizing the protest, they have their personal motives of the protest, or they are doing it in the interest of the public? This is where now we as citizens, or some of us that are citizens, will start thinking to know whether they are doing it in the interest of the Liberian people, or they are doing it for their own personal gain. But there are a lot of things. There is need for the protest. I still follow protest this government. I won't have my identity. But then, the next steps this government is carrying on, and that way the people is protest. It is a constitutional right. Thank you for having me on your show.
You're welcome. We are here.
Hello, Weekie. Thank you very much. This is Frank calling from Tupuru.
Frank, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. You see, the Constitution gives everybody the right to protest. But the problem that some of us have with the protest is those threatening remarks, because you follow, you will not even distinguish themselves from that threat you put out there. You motivate them in a much more. They hear the threatening word, you want to act upon it. Then it brings chaos. And people that don't know about it can fall into it. Like some children going to school, some people going to hospital. Unfortunately for them, they can be caught in the web. So to get a kind of threatening remarks, they are not good. Our leaders should refrain from threatening the states. All they need to do, come together and talk and say this is the way forward, and then they can do it, we just somewhere ourselves peacefully and tell the international community this is why it's ongoing and we didn't like it. But you giving a threatening remark, we see. If after anything that we see, and those things will not solve our problem. So when the people talking about Koro, they have to go because Koro is part of the constitution. Why say people must meet the Koro before they do business? So if the president say, I will work along with the Koro, not a big deal. Traffic will go and load it good the same way you carry them to Tanito Hotel, do it and get the Koro. Give my work with you. Thank you very much.
Sure. And that's why we said earlier on, Honorable Francis Kofa can mobilize and get and the people that are behind Honorable Kofa, some of you guys are friends from the majority guy. You gotta be convincing enough. That lobbyist skills should be in you. The people from Honorable Redekun Black, they also got their friends from the other side that they even go to talk to. But everybody almost like they shut up. They ability to love it. They got a problem. Show the number to the Liberian people. You won't show the number. Because even if you went there, the other person they're not coming to you, you will still not do business. It's the problem. So all you can do, convince the people. Get them on board. Your life. Morning, sir.
Yeah, P.B. Johnson, whether for do something like you can get this show one. No, Weekie Nath. You are suffering from for the Liberian people. You are receiving another insult, disgrace, but still, you will get paid. We will always be praying for these people. You know?
Yeah, this people will get paid one day.
Yeah. You know, let me say something this morning to the Liberian people. See, when you people you want to bring up, we all are here to see how they go for the Liberian people to protest and what be the best way. Or you are talking about the party now. You say we're talking about the Unity Party. We now part of the Unity Party, the majority that vote, they President Baka today, majority now, from the Unity Party. But when Liberian people we get knowledge and we get wisdom, we see things. When we know that when Unity Party doing wrong, when President Baka doing wrong, Liberian people get together to go and protest.
Yeah, you know the problem, or JBM, I'm not, Ambassador. The core what I've seen here now is that we want to use political solution to solve constitutional crisis, constitutional problem. We want to use political solution on it. How that work?
It can be. We don't want to look at our man because it says here we suffer. We look at our man, we say we put our father there. He got wisdom. We are watching him. When we do wrong, and the government do wrong, we're not backing the institution they were doing back. President Baka, and let's say former President we are from the past. And we are watching it, we're watching the regime, we want for something better to be done. Of course, you will not do all. The laboratory want something better from all the government. So they more wet. And when the institution see something wrong, the laboratory will get together and say, yeah. The citizen party, they say something, but they are brain, hold on to it to see how to protest again what President Baka doing. So the municipality all will be putting our children on the wall, the motorcycle, they will go and protest for them to be killed, or something happen to them, they will go scot-free. So you have to take this money.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson, for your contribution this morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, sir.
This is the boy speaking to you from Painesville.
Boy, you went on sabbatical.
Yeah, my opinion. Now you back?
Not yet.
Yeah, it's good to hear you guys, man. Gentlemen, this is my take on this whole issue. When people fail to think and analyze for themselves what is good and right, then somebody does it for them. And that's when that person becomes a stooge or a sycophant and start to make people good because they are not able to analyze and think for themselves. That's what we see with protests in this country. Now, CDC or July Howard Taylor is asking for a chaotic Liberia. So what did she do when she was there?
Nobody made Liberia chaotic for all of our government. Our government so smoothly blundered and wasted every opportunity we gave them. And this is why we were kicked out. So let them go sit down now and formulate, ways that will gain, the favor of the Liberian people. So with this stuff at the Capitol Hill, I have always said that power is nobody's personal property. It comes as a result of favor that people, have bestowed upon you. But if that favor is gone, they easily walk out and therefore disgrace, esteem. So that's what we see happening there. Speaker Kofa, you have been given the right to be speaker by your colleagues. If they say they don't want you, well, they just don't want you. So you don't force them to work with you. And I love, hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. And I love the wisdom that the president used. Quorum is constitutional. So why are people having problem with it? You understand? The quorum I think is 33. So if somebody had 43 and the president say, I will work with people who have quorum, that people are backing all around here. Yes. So I think the president or the honorable Muslim, they choose to work with quorum, which has confused people who wanted, the downfall of this government. All these things they just use it as a means, to degrade the government and make the government unpopular. But our plans have failed. And I want to say kudos to you guys, and now welcome back. We will talk.
Okay, thanks,
boy. So folks, that's it. Actually, this is Liberia,
sure.
And we need to understand all of these things. We ask politically, we all be tolerant. Religiously, we be tolerant. You have the right to go out there and voice all your concern on critical national issues, which you're entitled to, but we have to do it with civility.
I think entitlement we get like Bravo.
Yeah.
Over to business.
Let's look at how we can change it and what we achieve for our protest. With that said, that's how we draw the curtains on this edition of the Morning Rock. I'm going to give books.
And I'm Natl. Check it out.
Many thanks to Sakani who will be behind the camera this morning. Until we talk to you on tomorrow, and then we issue council on tomorrow. Have a wonderful time.